You're the most valuable asset you will ever have in your life. What do I mean by this? Well, today I was walking down the street and had a revelation. I saw a car pull up. It was a BMW, really nice car. And a person gets out and they have a Louis Vuitton bag, nice sunshades, nice coat, nice trainers. Probably smelled nice as well.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
I thought to myself, well, they're obviously quite rich. They obviously have money in the bank and they're, wealthy. But then I thought to myself, okay, but if I took this person, let's call him person one, and I took another person off the street, just the average Joe, let's call him person two. Person one is running a business. They have 15k coming in a month. They read books all the time. They're on self-improvement. They're in masterminds. They're doing courses. They're working on themselves on a clean diet and they're going gym, right? And then person two, they're earning, 20k a year. They're going home, scrolling on TikTok, doing nothing, reading nothing, just watching TV, reading the news. That's all they're reading. And they don't go gym and they're not on self-improvement. Let's put it that way, right? And then I thought to myself, well, okay, sure they're doing this, but if we stripped it down and took away all the material stuff and looked at it for what it is, they're both equal, right? Because we're humans and we're equal and no one's better than anyone else. But then I thought to myself, well, person one is actually way more valuable than person two. Because person one, as a person, as a vessel and a mind, their mindset's probably better. They have different belief systems. They've been doing shadow work, so they actually have a different self-image. They've looked after their body, so their gut, their microbiome is intact, and they're in shape, and they have the best bacteria that they can have in there. And then person two, their belief systems are messed up. They don't believe they can get rich. They don't believe they're worthy of anything. They don't even want to go gym because of it. They think they deserve to be fat. So then I thought to myself, well, we are the most valuable assets we have in our lives. See, even if I was to lose everything right now, I was to lose this nice Casio watch, I'd lose all the money in the bank, I would still be the same person. I would still be someone who's ambitious. I would still be filming these YouTube videos. I'd find a way. I'd borrow my dad's phone or something. I'd still be reading books. I'd still be meditating. I'd still be praying. So what I realized is the material world doesn't define us. What defines us is in here, in our gut, in our body, how we look, and how we treat ourselves. That is why we're the most valuable asset we will ever have in this life. See, we place so much value on the things in the outside world, money, cars, women, but we forget that we are the most valuable thing in this world to ourselves. That each individual is the most valuable thing to each individual. You understand? See, I was journaling earlier and I wrote, what happens in my mind is way richer than what I have in this world. The knowledge that I have in my mind triumphs anything I have in the world. I myself is the most valuable asset I have. So when I see myself as worthless, I am actually still the most valuable thing to myself. In 1 Corinthians 3:16 it says, do you not know that you yourselves are God's temple and that God's Spirit dwells in your midst? That's the thing, guys. We are God's temple. We should be looking after ourselves. This is a gift. We get one body, one mind, one life. So why are we eating unhealthy foods? Why are we sitting on our phones all day and watching YouTube and TikTok, watching mindless content and not working on ourselves? Why are we not reading books? Because at the end of the day, we're God's temple. And what's more valuable than God's temple? Nothing. Once you begin to see yourself as God's temple, well, you have no other choice but to work on yourself. Why do you disrespect God and not want to work on yourself and become the best person you can be? See, really, your value, your self-worth should come from who you are, what you do in here, the work you put in on yourself. That should be where your value comes from, not the material world. You could be a millionaire but still be broken. And do you want to be that? Of course not. Because at the end of the day, if you're broken as a millionaire, you're probably even going to end up at ground zero, or you're going to go broke again. And becoming valuable is not easy. You have to go through the fire. You have to go through the growth. You have to go through the pains. But that's the beauty of it. Because we go in as one person, we come out as another. We go through the furnace. We get molded into who we need to be. And that's the beauty of life. Like, truly, it's my worst nightmare to be, 50, 60 years old and look back on my life and realize I lived a mediocre life and I never became my best self. I don't want to live in regret. I don't want to be thinking about how, man, I wish when I was 25 I quit that job and, I went for it, or, oh man, I wish I never ate those donuts, I wish I had a healthier diet because now I have diabetes and I'm sat in hospital thinking about my regrets. I don't want that. And this road ain't easy. The narrow path of self-improvement is not easy. There's going to be distractions, things that pull you away. There's going to be times of doubt, times of pain. But we're all strong enough to get through it. There's nothing that can stop us, except ourselves. What I realised is, and you continue to go blind to this belief, but everything that happens in your life is a reflection of you. Even your relationship with God is a reflection of you. And it's your duty to overcome that. In this world there's so much brokenness, so many lost souls, and it's sad. Genuinely it's sad, because I was once that as well. I'm not saying I'm some enlightened being, but I'm happy with the improvements I've made in myself, and I'm beginning to realize, like, yo Jacob, you are valuable, you are worthy, because I've been doing the inner work. I've been doing shadow work. In the description I'll leave a link to a video I made where you can actually learn how I've been doing this. It's called the Relive to Relieve method, but there's a video in the description that will further explain that. But we need to become one. We need to become complete. We need to embrace who we are, to make room for our new selves. So many people, and I do it, you make the mistake of going, I'm gonna change, I'm gonna change, I'm gonna change. I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna become better. But you haven't even taken time to sit down and reflect on who you actually are. What you went through to become who you are right now. So before you think about becoming a new self, realize who your old self is and who your current self is, and then you can grow into the new. You have to go into the attic, bro. You have to get rid of the old boxes. You have to give it to the charity shop. You need to put it to the dump. You need to become aware of what is really going on in here before you can make changes. A great book I'd recommend that I've been reading is The Power of Letting Go. Crazy book. I'm going to recommend this to so many people. It's amazing. Truly amazing book. And a lot of the things I teach on here are going to be from here. I want to keep looking into this stuff because I know this is the most valuable shit in the world. Inner work. It's so valuable. But yeah guys, that's all I wanted to chat about. There's a link in the description to just book a one-to-one call with me. To be honest, bro, it's free. I just want to chat about self-improvement. Let's chat about our goals and let's help each other improve together. Anyway guys, have a good one.